Okay, so the gameplay that you're going to see in the background of this video here today is of a brutally fucking unfair matchmaking game which just had no right to even happen to begin with. And listen, these type of games and matchmaking and puck happen at this rate what feels like all the fucking time. It's like every game is unfair, every game is lopsided. You're either thrown against a queue of 3 or 4 players who just destroy your team, or, you know, you're on that team with the queued up guys and you kill the other team, and it's not fun, right? Like, it's not fun, it's not fair. And once again, if you've been living under a rock, a new puck update dropped, essentially, where Graphics added in matchmaking, overhauled the menus in UI, and made some other adjustments that aren't as flashy as those updates that he made to the game, right? And essentially, everything's broken. The whole fucking game is a glitch right now. There's a lot of bugs and glitches. A lot have been reported. I'm certain that there's a lot of undiscovered ones that have yet to be found out that are going to be discovered in due time. Just you wait, because that's how usually stuff like this proceeds and happens, right? But once again, you're seeing in the background this gameplay. And as I'm going to talk about how shit I think that the matchmaking is and how bad of an idea I think it is to begin with, you're going to see it sort of get worse and worse and worse. The second period wasn't as bad, but the first period is like hell. And somehow we don't get scored on in the first period, but they should have scored probably easily 10 or 11 goals in this game. But I thought I played pretty well. And it's just what happens, you know, when you have a team with no experience and you're going up against guys that, you know, play the game for hours every single day, and it's not fair, right? And to put everybody, this is the problem. Putting everybody in the same exact skill range and skill bracket to start off the matchmaking system at 1,000 even elo is the worst possible fucking mistake that they could have made, right? Like, I don't get it. I never have, and quite simply put, folks, I never will. It's stupid. It's illogical. There needs to be some sort of placement system where you play 5 or 6 matches and it determines your rank, and there you go. There's your rank, right? And maybe you can play against players of your skill level. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, then that can be unfair, and, you know, the ranks might not be right. Some good players might be in bad ranks. Some bad players might be in good ranks. Well, first of all, that happens in every fucking game, so it doesn't really matter, right? I'm not expecting it to be perfect. I just want something there, because just saying, oh, 1,000, here's your elo, is so lazy. It's so stupid, and it's so low effort. It's like, how are you gonna? I'm sorry, but how are you gonna take a year of your life making this update, and you don't even think of any other system but, okay, well, just elo, everyone's on 1,000 to start, right? Instead of having some ranking system, some placement, right, where you get placed. And a lot of people would say, well, oh, there's not enough people for matchmaking, so they have to do this way. And that begs the question, why would you make a matchmaking update to begin with in a game this small? This game doesn't get more than 1,000 concurrent players every single day, right? It doesn't. It just simply doesn't. So why are we like lab rats? Why are we getting experimented on by the developer? I don't understand. It's like this is some sort of sick joke and we're all the victims of it, right? Look at us, guys, look at us. Laugh at it. I mean, we're just, you know, maybe we're being laughed at. Maybe he's laughing at everyone saying, you know, I made a shit update on purpose, but I doubt it. I think the intentions of this update are pure and somewhat good. It's just the way they were executed is so comically bad that it is astonishing. Because once again, look at this gameplay. Look at how fucking unfair and outmatched my team is, right? And I'm not queuing up with anyone. I've solo queued like fucking every other game. I've had a couple of games with some friends that play puck that I've queued up with, right? And you know, even those games, you know, you lose, but that's life, you know. But those games were actually even and fair, to be honest with you. And those were the rare exceptions. I have to queue up with a bunch of other people to get a fair game. And if I don't queue up with a bunch of other people to get a fair game, I can't possibly get an actually fair game. So what the fuck's the point of matchmaking if I can't get a fair game without having 4 other fucking people to queue up with to begin with, right? It's like mind blown, guys. Just mind completely blown. I don't know what Graphics was thinking with this update. Once again, the intentions are good. They're completely pure. But I feel like it's such a misguided, fucking sloppy update. And I haven't even mentioned how this update has broken so many fucking things. There's so many glitches. It's broken countless servers. And yeah, and mods don't even work anymore unless they're updated to the latest fucking version, because he did some fucking back-end reworking or whatever the fuck. I'm not into that shit, but all I know is the mods don't work that I used to use all the time. And a lot of them probably will never work again, because some of these mods probably will never be updated for the latest version. So a lot of mods are just going to be like lost media, right? Like, they're going to be lost media. We're never going to be able to use those mods in the game again. So once again, round of applause for Graphics for just sort of fucking it up, right? And I know he had been working on an update that's this big for, everyone knew he was working on an update that was huge, but nobody knew that it would have this bad of a consequence towards the game and the community. It's like there's a complete disconnect between what the community of the game wants and what Graphics' vision is for the game. And that is called alienation. We are being left out. We are being isolated from everybody else. We are being separated from the developer, from the man who creates the game to begin with. That is the definition of alienation in gaming terms, is when a developer and a community is not on the same page and cannot agree with what should be in the game, where we are being alienated. He wants something different, he has a different vision, we have a different vision. But the problem is these visions are colliding with each other, and it's making a fucking mess of the whole ordeal here, right? Like, with the matchmaking, it's vanilla. There's no rules, there's no offside, there's no icing, there's no interference, there's no out of play, there's no delay of game, there's no goalie interference, there's no face-offs unless one team scores, then you have a face-off, right? It's absolutely ridiculous, right? There's no penalties. There's nothing of the sort. No penalties, no rules. It's just run into the goalie, cheat, go off sides, ice the puck to your heart's content, run into people who aren't even near the play or the puck to begin with, right? Hell, run into your own goalie if you want to. Everything's fair in this cheating world. Now, vanilla gameplay isn't bad. I still like the gameplay, but it's the lack of rules. Once I played the rules mod and the penalties mod, you can't go back, right? Because you have a feeling that's sort of the way the game was meant to be played. Even though, a lot of people would say, well, the base game's the way that the game's meant to be played, but this is a hockey game. I think it's more fun with rules, and I want this game to be fun, right? I want it to be fun and an amazing experience to play. I want this game to grow and be one of the best sports games on the market for PC, right? And it has the potential to be a relatively big game in the sports gaming world, right? But it's like the game is debilitating itself with stupid updates and stupid things that should have never seen the light of day. And now new bugs, new glitches, you name it, this update just completely fucked over any progress this game was going to make, right? And that's the sad part about it, right? Once again, the potential of this game, it's not untapped. Everybody who's played the game knows this game has potential to be bigger than it is right now, but how's it ever going to get bigger when the developer, A, doesn't listen to his community, and B, rolls out a shitty update that makes no fucking sense whatsoever, and C, has little to no communication with said community at all. So there's no communication. It's a bad update. Most of the community does not like the update, and the people who like the update are mostly in the minority, for being honest here. So we're seeing a disconnect, we're seeing alienation. So we're being alienated as a community, and it seems like I'm getting really pissed in this video. I guess I am, even though, I could probably be, if I was really pissed, I would be yelling out of my lungs, because that's what I do when I get pissed and all that shit. But this update, to me, is not good. It's the matchmaking. I get why matchmaking was implemented, but it's like, once again, the idea is there. If it's executed so fucking bad, it's unbelievable. There's no rankings, there's no placement games, it's just a number, there's no feedback, and the main problem to me, there's no fucking tutorial for the game. The one thing that should have been emphasized in this game to help new players in puck is to add an in-game tutorial. And to those people who are going to say, well, if the players want to play the game, then they should just look up a tutorial on the internet. They should look one up on YouTube. They should look up a guide on Steam, they should join a Discord and ask for help or ask for a guide and read guides. It's like, that's not an alternative to actually helping players trying to play the game. Because if you, by the way guys, watching a video and reading a Steam article isn't the same thing as playing a fucking game. So it's not even close, right? It's not even the same world. Reading text on a fucking black screen is the same thing as playing the goddamn game itself. We're being way too ridiculous with this, man. It's like I don't know, it's stupid, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. And please, for the love of all that is fucking holy in this world, don't you dare for a second think that. People need to play the game to get better, but the problem is there's nothing there to help the new players play the game the right way, correct? And therein lies the problem. Players funnel into the matchmaking system recently added into the game with this massive update that is the drizzling shits, as I've already established in this video, correct? The update that is not very good, and they funnel into this system and they get yelled at by their teammates, or they get vote kicked by people within the server itself, or they have an unpleasant experience and have no idea what on God's green earth they are doing, and they play 1 or 2 games and they never play the game again. And they may even leave a negative review on Steam about the game, right? So yeah, there it is. That's the process of a new player. What happens when a new player has no help? No, going onto community servers that, by the way, half of them do not work is not an alternative. Reading a Steam guide is not an alternative. Watching a fucking video is not an alternative. This game needs a in-game, basic, bare bones tutorial on how to fucking play. At least with the old menu, with the old UI that we used to have now in this game, it showed you the controls on the whiteboard in the middle of the goddamn screen. Now that feedback has been completely removed from the game, never to be seen again, probably deleted from the game's files, and never will see the light of day. But, you know, I don't know, man. It's like, we're in a bad situation with this game to where the game should be growing, should be getting more players, should have a bigger community, should have a bigger following, right? A lot more players than it has right now. But I feel like the potential of the game's being squandered. It's being hindered. This game's still awesome. I'm not saying I don't recommend it, but this update's a step in the very wrong direction. It's like you took a half step forward and 3 steps back. So you're going backwards in the development of your game, and you're alienating the player base, and you're adding in shit that we don't want, and the shit that you're adding in that maybe some people want, you're adding in a version of it that is so half-cooked it's not even funny. I'm referring to matchmaking, while also giving new players no help whatsoever, changing graphics, the menu, and the UIs for no reason whatsoever, while breaking servers and mods at the same time, and introducing a plethora of new bugs that people will surely fucking report. So yeah, that's where it is right now. Puck is in, I wouldn't say a horrible state, I'd say it's in a mess state right now. And we need some sort of communication. Please, Gaffrix, talk to your fucking community. You've said like 3 things in your Discord since the update dropped. Can you just please go into your announcements and address the sort of things that we have been talking about since this update released, the criticisms that we have, instead of having one of your fucking admins say that, oh, we just hate change. Yeah, you know what? I do hate change. I hate change when change is not necessary. I hate change when the change changes the fucking game for the worst possible ways, right? That's why I hate change. I like change when the change is good for the game. That is the fucking problem. You want to see me mad? You want to see me angry? Well, I'm pissed right now because this game is fucking great and it feels like we have a good thing going on here and it's getting ruined and I don't like it because it reminds me of a lot of other games from years ago from different genres that had all the potential in the world to be a great game that everyone fucking loves and plays and raves and rants about. But here we are. We're at square one again. Why are we at square one? Why are we at square one? We should be at third base right now. We should be running to home with this game. We're still in the batter's box. It's a fucking 1-1 count, motherfucker. You still gotta get on base. So I don't know what we're doing here, guys. I don't know what we're doing. Gaffrix, once again, speak to your community. Siggy, whatever your name is, the admin that said we hate change. Yeah, we don't like change when the change negatively affects the game that we love and play all the time. That's it. Video over. I got into a rant. I got into like a really dramatic rant at like the last 5 minutes of the video, but fuck it. We ball, we leave it in. That's life. And once again, the gameplay in the background is unfair as fuck because the matchmaking is unfair as fuck in general. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth. I mean, my goodness, I really did get sidetracked, didn't I? But yeah, let me end the video. Goodbye. See you later.